Hey guys, it's Leo Stargazer. I'm here today with our sign-specific weekly astrological tarot reading. This is for the week of September 3rd through September 9th, and this reading is for Aries. Okay, so really quickly, I just want to go over a couple of the astrological events that I'm focusing on this week and that will influence this reading. The first one is that Venus, who's been retrograding through Leo, will go direct on Sunday. So everything you've been learning about love and beauty and pleasure and how all of that can be fun for you, all of those reviews are coming to an end, and now we're going to be able to actualize all of that. And we'll be doing that in a detailed way because the other event that I'm focusing on this week is this Mercury Cazimi in Virgo. So the Sun and Mercury come together, and Mercury is in retrograde, but the Cazimi is the perfect time to shine a beautiful light on all that you've been reviewing in Virgo, especially all of those details. So the reading I'm going to do today, is a reading inspired by the major arcana, the Sun. Because this is a Mercury Cazimi, because it's the Sun and Mercury, I really wanted to focus on the Sun and illuminating. So I'll be doing a variation on that tarot spread, and I'm excited. So as I get ready to shuffle, I'm thinking about the intention that I set for you. And that intention is illuminating routine. So I chose illuminating routine because I really think that with this Cazimi, because it is Mercury, it is in Virgo, it's also Mercury retrograding still, I really want to let the Sun shine a light on this part of your chart and what you have been focused on. So if you haven't been focused on reviewing your routines, today's the day to start, or at least Wednesday when that Cazimi happens, that's the day to start. So, but let's draw the cards and see what comes out for us for this week. Okay, in the first position, the position is inner light, followed by outer radiance, and then finally cloudiness. So what's kind of potentially clouding our inner and outer light, or inner and outer radiance? All right, let's do this. First card, inner radiance. The card that I draw is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Makes sense for routine so far. Second card, outer radiance, so how you're shining out. Seven of Swords. Interesting. Finally, cloudiness. What's potentially clouding our Sun this week? The Page of Swords. Okay, so some interesting things. I actually think this goes in line with the intention of illuminating routines, starting with the inner light position. In the inner light position, I drew the reversed Eight of Pentacles. And it's showing me that there's a chance that you might be over-focusing on the future and not focusing so much on what the task you have at hand is. So how is that inner light? Well, the way that I'm looking at that is your inner light is your ability to enjoy work for work's sake. And you especially can do that. That forward momentum, that drive to keep moving onward, in spite of anything, I think really is shown in this card. And I think that this card is saying that while that is probably your inner light, you are driven by this idea that work is for a purpose and that purpose is to move forward. Well, here it's kind of saying, since it's reversed, that this week, that's a beautiful trait, but maybe this week, focus on just the active work that you're doing. Illuminating routines. Let this Cazimi illuminate your routines. Let it show you how you can enjoy them. I think that's where this is coming from. Your forward momentum, your craving for that is your inner light. But this week, make sure that we're also thinking about and just enjoying routine for routine's sake. Because in outer radiance, we got the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords in outer radiance, I think, is saying that once again, you're going to be trying to move everything forward on your own. You're going to be trying to push. But this Cazimi really wants you to slow down and focus on your day-to-day. Focus on work, how you do it, what you're doing, not what's ahead, not some kind of goal you kind of need to work around to get towards. It really needs to be just about the work. You also may want to get some insight from others. I think getting the 7 in outer radiance is kind of saying maybe there needs to be a little bit of influence on you this week, and maybe that's what the sun will illuminate as to how you can best focus on your workflow, especially. Because another tie-in is our final card, which was the Page of Swords in cloudiness. The reason I think the 7 is showing you should probably reach out, I think the Page is showing that what's clouding your ability to do that, or what could cloud your ability to really kind of pick apart, almost be nitpicky about your routines, your day-to-day work, the stuff that you always want to just do and move on, but Mercury retrograde has been saying, no, focus, please. The Page of Swords is showing that you may be trying, once again, to be kind of above the fray, not super involved in all the day-to-day stuff, just kind of going on. And I think the Page of Swords is saying, yeah, in cloudiness, it's saying, yes, that's awesome. That's a great trait for you. But this week, the sun needs to shine. You need to clear that cloud. You need to get down in it and really pick apart all of those details. Especially around your workflow. And I'm sure you have been doing that. Mercury's been retrograde for a little while. This Cazimi is just the really beautiful moment to let the sun shine on that. So clear the cloud of the Page of Swords, meaning don't just isolate on top of a hill and look down, be among the clouds. Clear the clouds by coming down to ground level and really analyzing everything around your routines. Because if we do that now, you have a chance to, once Mercury moves forward, because again, remember, Venus is moving forward. So everything you learned about love and pleasure and fun, all of that is now you can just use that and definitely use that during this Cazimi and this week especially. Because once Mercury does go direct, you will be able to just move forward only. You won't have to worry about all this nitpicky stuff. You can trust that you've reviewed your workflow. You can trust that your routines are in order. And then you can just go on and move forward and focus on your drive and not be so bothered with what other people think. Or with the idea that you have to keep focusing on the nitty-gritty of your day-to-day. You don't. You can flow now. Light the way forward. But this week, let the sun shine on those routines. Get down in it. And don't worry about that because you only have to do it for a little bit longer. You're amazing. I know you can do this. Don't let any of this put out your fire. Really let the sun just shine a bright, beautiful light on it. And if all of that's too much because you've been dealing with your routines, then just bask in the glow of the Cazimi and don't worry about anything. You're amazing. I'll see you next week.